Hi, my gardening friends. I'm Lark, and I'm from Wisconsin, Zone 5. I'd like to take you on a walk through my fall garden. This is my white blooming sweet autumn clematis. It's declining right now. The bees love it, and it's quite fragrant. We're lucky we haven't gotten the frost yet. We could have. I would say probably this week it's getting down in the 30s, high 30s, I hope. Here's a hyacinth bean vine that is an annual here, but I grow it throughout the rose bush. I have a William Baffin rose in here, and I let the sweet autumn clematis meander through it, around it, and over it because the rose looks yucky most of the summer. Let's go back. That's a honeysuckle that got powdery mildew really, really bad. Here's a sculpture I made out of barrel strappings. And then I just hung a ornament, a glass blown ornament on it. I'll show you mostly my perennials. These shrubs are the potentellas, and they're declining, but it gives me a little yellow color yet. I'd say probably in 2 weeks I'll be chopping the garden down. It's easier in the fall for me to do it than in the spring. Then I don't step on things like bulbs. One of the colors I have in the garden right now and perennials is the obedient plant. And I don't know the name of this one. And it's on its way out also, but it's still giving me a little color, as is the garlic chives. And I will be deadheading these. And they're close to the deck, which is my kitchen door, so I do use them as greens. The brown-eyed Susan or branch coneflower, definitely I deadhead that, or at least cut it down to the ground before it starts going to seed. This is turtle head, and it's a shorter variety called Hot Lips. Foliage stays nice and waxy green. I like it. It's the only one I have, so I'll be dividing it probably next year. Feverfew is reblooming for me. One of those really nice herbs. I know, Dano, you like this one. You talk about it. There's an aster that I plant close to the paths always because it's such a little flower. It's called Lady in Black, and it's a tiny pink flower with burgundy center. And if it was in the back of the garden, it would almost disappear because it's so small. And it's loaded with hundreds of flowers, and the bees just love it. It's one of my favorite. I did plant, we had to limb up this spruce, so I'm trying to plant stuff that's aggressive back here so it makes a barrier between the neighbor and I. And I put in tiger eye sumac. Someone gave it to me. It's probably about 6 weeks, 2 months old. It's a beautiful lime green red stem color, very aggressive, up to 12 feet. So it can go crazy in this area here. And I put bee balm in here, red bee balm, aggressive. There's Dame's Rocket in here. That's the bee balm. Jacob Klein, I think, the bright red one. I better go faster. Some type of wild little aster, but I let it come up here and there and pull it before it reseeds all over. I like the bright white. Then I have a Boltonia back here. Nice white, lights up this area here under the trees. Gets about 5 foot tall. Boltonia. Looks like an aster. It might be in the aster family, but it doesn't say it's an aster. It says it's Boltonia. And then the autumn sedum, autumn joy, and purple dome aster, and it's a hydrangea. That's Nico blue. That's pink. And I tried with aluminum sulfate. I'll try for another year. Maybe it just needs time. Black-eyed Susan's still blooming a little bit. This is a goldenrod that has nice architectural form. It's called Fireworks. I like it a lot. Aggressive, but we take off of the clump every year. Also, another aster gets about 4 foot tall. It's just starting to bloom. It's called Elma Pachki, a real hot pink. And again, the bumblebees love it. I pruned some of it so it blooms shorter near this path here. But I like that hot pink. And then there's a purple aster. I just divided and put in there. I think it's called Purple Queen. And then there's some blue stem. Yeah, I think it's called blue stem grass. Simicifuga, hillside black beauty, I talked about this summer. And it's blooming now, so I'll take you over there. This is it here. Very fragrant. It's about 4 foot high right now. No, about 5 foot high. I have a lot of cutting down to do. Carl Forrester grass. Few annual. Here's lamb's quarters. I'm saving the seed, and I'm going to be planting this herb over by the, let's see, underneath that pine tree where I showed you the, what was that? I forgot. But in an aggressive, it's like an aggressive plant or herb, so I'm going to let it grow where the sumac, that tiger eye sumac I showed you. We're going to put it in there because I use it for green. Chameleon spurge with the ornamental kale. And a white little aster. We've been really dry, so this stuff is just drying up something fierce. Oh, I see some of the balloon flowers reblooming. So that's it for my fall garden. You see that Joe Pye back there. I'll end up showing you my arch I have back there. Sweet autumn's growing on it. And Joe Pye is still blooming. That group there is in the shade more, so it's still blooming. That's that arch with the trumpet vine on it also. Really did well this year. Thanks for tuning in, and please check out my website. Bye-bye. LARK'Sperennials.com.